Scotsky looking for that damage, finds him on the Diablo. Diablo forced it back out as their health drops low. The Immortal now is at 25%.
Back down Yo on the Grey Man, gonna be the first to fall. But is it ETC? No, that's Malthael up there. A triple.
Leyline used in the back, catching 3 people on top of that, followed up by the APOC and the lurking on, catching 2, but this time on is gonna be the first one.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi.
There's the lead, catches him in the mud pit. Time trap does pop. Mosh pit goes out. Ruben's still in trouble. Pops to stay a while and listen, but it's not going to matter.
Here comes the Bloodlust on the backside, but the duo gets thundered and then stunned. Oh my goodness! The combo!
Getting struck down, ETC getting killed. He becomes dog food for the Grey Man.
I didn't think they had a chance. I thought it was all over. We said all or nothing, and they got absolutely everything.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am Jayzon, and today I've got, I've actually got a little bit of an issue here. I'm sorry, let me fix this real quick. I've got no co-caster, but of course I have my favorite co-catster with me, as always. That would be Ysera. She's somewhere around here. Not exactly sure where she's run off to, but she'll be joining me soon, I'm sure. Either way, thank you all for showing up, as always. And tonight we've got a B West Division match for you in Randy Newman versus Cosmos Redshift. These guys have been patiently waiting for me to finish with the intro and the setup, and it looks like they are ready to go with Game 1 here on Volskaya Foundry. I'm going to let them know that I am ready to go, and I'm sure we're going to be heading into the draft here in just a second. But let me just say, first of all, hello to everybody. And hello to you as well, Yoda. I'm glad you're digging the background music for the startup there. And boy, I'm ready to watch some Heroes of the Storm. I'm actually, if I'm being honest, I'm a little bit not ready. I'm still was working on dinner when I was getting into this. But I'm looking forward to watching these two teams. This is going to be an amazing match. Winner is going to be the front runner so far here in Division B West. Both of these teams are tied right now. Ala Cola, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. There is a cat. There are 2 of them hanging around, but I've only got one that usually sits with me while I cast, so I call her my co-caster. But yeah, let's get on into Volskaya Foundry here. As Delta Sniper, also, thank you for that follow. Welcome. Randy Newman, going to be our team on the left, the blue squad this time around. Cosmos Redshift in that red position where we like to see that team. And Randy Newman going to have first pick, first ban here. This is Cosmos Redshift's map pick, Volskaya. Very, very strong team fight-oriented map. The macro is still important here, though, with all of the different items that you can pick up from the camps. The top pressure that you can get from the top camp is pretty decent as well with the long range that they have. So camp clear is a priority, wave clear, always helpful. But really it's all about the sustained team fighting on these control points. I'll have to see which team can reign supreme in that arena here tonight. Going to have May and Stukov being our initial bans out here, so no surprise to see those meta bans. And speaking of the meta, there's Devo, one of the strongest solo laners currently in the game. Second ban out here on the way for Cosmos Redshift. They've have to see if they want to continue to focus on the healing. Maybe banning out another sustained healer like a Brightwing or a Deckard Cain. Could also go the way of banning one of the stronger tanks in the meta. They'll go with the Uther, who one of the better... he used to be the primary burst healer in the meta, but he's changed a little bit over time with some of the adjustments that have been made to him. He's a little better in the sustained game now, especially with the armor that he can give. But Falstad is going to be the pickup for Randy Newman. Good sustained damage dealer, and he's gotten a bit of an adjustment that's made him a little stronger recently. We see him first pick, first banned fairly often nowadays. Chromie and Gazlo going to be the counter pickups here. Gazlo That's one of his stronger points. When you consider the fact that there is literally a camp that gives you a turret to put down on these beacon points. The fact that Gazlo could put down multiple turrets kind of makes sense to have him here. If Torbjorn was in this game, I'm just saying, this would be his map. Lucio and Johanna going to be the pickups here for Randy Newman to close out the first half. I run into this Randy Newman guy in my games all the time. Not sure if I want to root for them or against them because of it. Well, the question is, which Randy Newman do you run into? Because there's Randy Newman, Wandy Wooman, Majesty Newman, which is a little bit new for me. I haven't seen Majesty on this team yet. This will be a new experience for me. And then, of course, Nandy Ruman. Anyway, we've got the ban outs to close out the bans here. Going to be the Hogger and the Zul'jin. ETC going to be the tank pickup here, and the Cassia. So should be interested to see the sustained damage that can come out from the Chromie poke and the Cassia's ability to kind of combo and dive. A little bit of counter already in the Johanna on the other side here for Randy Newman to blind that Cassia. And no blinds on the side of Cosmos Redshift just yet. And we've got a Cho'Gall coming at us in game number 1. So Randy Newman throwing it all out on the board for us to get this one started. No shame in their game. What will this last pick be?
Yitar, guide my path.
I thought going to go to the Karazim here. Very interesting way to close out this draft. Not really what you would call the meta pick here, but of course, seven-sided strike, a great counter to the Cho'Gall. Now with that, draft is complete for game number 1. And now we'll just have to wait and see what we get here from Volskaya Foundry for this game number 1. All right, well, let's get on in here. Let's see which one of these teams can get started off strong in this best of 3 series. On the left, we've got Randy Newman. Starting off with Randy Newman on the Lucio, Majesty Newman on the Falstad. We're going to have Wandy Wooman on the Karazim. Now we've got Ran Woman on the Cho'Gall. Meanwhile, on the right for Cosmos Redshift, we've got Ghost playing the Gazlo. I thought going to be on the Karazim. Oh, I introduced that wrong. It was Lucio on the other side. My mistake. We've got Silver Jackal. We're going to be playing the Chromie. We've got Karuma on the Cassia. And Goldrin going to be on the ETC. Imagine somebody named Golderon might be on the... might typically play a lot of Greymane, but that's just because I'm a WoW nerd. But Falstad completely blown up here to start this one off. Ouchies. That's Majesty Newman. Taking a bit of heat right out the gate here. First blood quickly over to Cosmos Redshift. That was a solid combo, and all the damage follow-up was there. That's the thing about the Karazim. You're not going to have as much raw healing power in this comp. But, I mean, especially with Iron Fists at level 1, like, the damage output for this team is going to be pretty strong. The only one with low damage, really, is ETC, the one providing all of your Engage and CC on the front line. So if all 4 members of Cosmos Redshift follow up Goldrin on the damage side of things, they're going to be able to pop pretty much anybody, and I think that includes the Cho'Gall. But they also, I don't think, can take very well sustained fights here. I think that's the big thing is, in the sustained game, I think they end up losing that over the long haul because of their lack of healing. Lucio definitely is going to dominate in that arena. Either way, both teams going to grab their camps and start keeping an eye on the support camp up top. I imagine if either squad gets any kind of real advantage here, we'll see them head towards that. So yeah, pretty interesting, evenly matched matchup here tonight. Both of these teams 5-2 on the season, tied currently for 4th place in the division, but only 2 points behind the leader. So the winner of tonight's match, if it was a 2-1 scenario that goes to game 3, the winner will be tied for 1st place. And if somebody dominates, they will own the 1st place slot tonight. Pending any other matches tonight in the division. I actually did not look that far into things. But either way, both of these squads doing fairly similar performance so far. And so a big opportunity for them to really set themselves apart in this division here tonight. Both teams right around the same level here, just past the level 6 mark. See a lot of teams prioritize the soak around the beginning of this first objective to try and get the level 7 advantage. They are going to put Cho'Gall on the point, is Randy Newman. Get a little bit of charge to start here. 4 members up top push in against Majesty Newman. And they're going to be able to push that camp in far enough to get a little bit of value on the wall, but they will go ahead and grab themselves the support camp here, which is a nice get. And they're going to be level 7 a little bit quicker here than Randy Newman, so should be able to push in on the point fairly easily. Randy Newman down bot lane, getting the soak. Ghost will join them to get that counter soak on the other side. About 50% off that first bit, pretty good. And as you see the time trap coming in, giving them the option to poke a little bit, but they're not quite able to find too much damage on the follow-up there. Level 7's now in for Randy Newman, so I expect at some point they're going to collapse in on this. They've got a little bit of time to still push in and macro before they need to come down. So Majesty going to go ahead and get some good damage here on this wall. Another time trap, going to stall in the slide to follow, but no damage follow-up there. As the members of Cosmos Redshift are wisely going to grab a second turret here. And they're going to have the item advantage for sure. As now Randy Newman, the flight is down, and they are looking to contest. But look at the damage onto the Cho'Gall, having to nudge their way on out of that team fight. But they are definitely pushing them back. The question is, can they stay on point? Randy Newman taking a lot of damage there on the Lucio, kind of trying to wall ride his way through. But that was all of the items spent. So Cosmos Redshift do invest and are rewarded here with this first Punisher. Got ETC and Cassia in this first one. Focusing on the mid, which is an interesting macro call here. They get the front wall. As they're going to rotate on up to top, and looks like most of the members of Randy Newman are going to rotate with them, except for the Joe. Joe kind of acting as the solo laner in this matchup, with Cho'Gall acting as main tank. She's got the wave clear for it. Oh, but they don't quite get the well. They get the shielding and half of the health off the well, but they aren't able to finish it off. So it looks like for now, Randy Newman is going to stay up here and try and defend this point until those shields come back. And there they are. All 5 members top, though. I think they're committing. They want this well. They're going to have to do a fair amount of damage to get the shielding back off of it, though. There's the slide onto the Cho'Gall. Looks like for now they're going to back off. Successful defense here for the side of Randy Newman. Not a whole lot gained from that first protector. They actually come out with a level advantage to Randy Newman. They have their level 10s. And there is the pull-in. They're going to get just Goldrin. But not a ton of damage out. They do get the damage from the Gaul ult there. But there's the slide to counter that mosh pit. Very well done by Majesty. Level 10's now in for both squads. They get a good amount of poke there onto Wandy Newman. He's going to have to walk away. Well, let's go over those level 10s here. We are going to have Upheaval coming in along with the Mighty Gust. Falling Sword. Very interesting. High Five, also very interesting, along with that Twisting Nether. So, some interesting ult choices here. Meanwhile, on the other side, it's going to be the Temporal Loop, Mosh Pit, Ball Lightning, Seven-Sided Strike, and the Gravo Bomb. So everything you expect to see over on the side of Cosmos Redshift. Camps being taken on both sides now. Cosmos Redshift a little bit ahead of schedule on the fortification camp side. They were able to get that second one before the objective, so they're going to have an extra one now. Actually, both sides have one. They were able to just use 2 on that first objective. Next objective, of course, control point B will be up in that top lane. Ghost down bot going against Majesty. And with 2 showing bots for the side of Randy Newman, it looks like they're going to get another camp here. Get the second support camp of the game for Cosmos Redshift. Playing the macro pretty well here. I can see why they took us to this map. Not a whole lot going on at the moment, though. Not a whole lot of team fighting in general. There was a little bit of a kerfuffle over that first control point once Cosmos Redshift got near 100%, but even though they got close to killing the Cho'Gall, they weren't able to finish them off, and nobody actually really died at that point. It's still just that first initial kill onto Majesty that is our lone first blood and our lone kill of the game. So both teams very macro heavy, level 13 on both sides right now. And initial charge going to be captured by Cosmos Redshift. And right now, Falling Sword on the backside. Can they follow up on it though? The Condemn comes in. Along with that Twisting Nether, going to deal a little bit of damage in there as they kind of nudge back out. The Gust comes to shove multiple members, including a very low Cassia. Was able to use that terrain to kind of cancel out the Upheaval pull. Mosh Pit catches one, and they are able to blow up the Johanna off of that Mosh Pit. Meanwhile, tons of damage coming down onto Cho'Gall. He will fall here, and that's going to end up being a 3-for-0 exchange as Cosmos Redshift takes the first big teamfight win of the game. I guess you could call the last one a teamfight win as well, even though they didn't get any kills. They did get the objective, and now this will be their second protector. It looks like they're marching it down towards the southern parts of this map. Now look to finish off that that fort they had started before, and will easily do so here. Still about 78% left on the protector. It's still nearly a minute. So that first fort of the game falls, and they'll go down to the bottom lane. Of course, control point C will be the next objective. So standard macro play has teams going down to get this well down here. So you've got no convenient well tap in the bot lane for the other squad. 30 seconds still on this though, and Upheaval not finding anybody there. Maybe trying to pull somebody past the protector to try and fight. Johanna is up in the top lane, so this is a 4v5 as they start to come out of the protector here. They do defend the fort though, and keep just a sliver of health on the bottom fort here, does Randy Newman. Ghost immediately rotating out to soak. Both teams going to rotate to get their camps. About a half-level lead at this point for Cosmos Redshift. Nothing really to write home about, but definitely something to maybe play around here. If they can get level 16, they can maybe try to push an advantage to possibly get a little siege, maybe get that bottom fort, possibly get the support camp. Randy Newman could also try to force a fight here by going on the support camp, and they will. They're going to try to force them to fight before 16, but I don't think they can kill this before the 16 comes out. They did a very effective job soaking here with Cosmos Redshift. Still half a level, so now's the point where if you're Cosmos Redshift, you want to force the support camp fight. Silver Jackal, I think, accidentally capturing Gold Ren there in the time trap. And there it is. Third. 3 for 3 is Cosmos here on those support camps. Oh, look out, Wandy Newman. Or Wandy Woman. Gonna have to teleport on out there with the use of that falling sword. Pretty low cooldown, so you kind of don't mind using that. Meanwhile, up top, we've got 3 taking the top fort. And so, in response, Cosmos just pushes in the bottom lane, no problem. They're like, yeah, we're good. Cho'Gall is scary post 16. I agree with you, Joustin. Can be very difficult to deal with after level 16. Scaling hard, but at the same time, Cosmos has gotten a lot so far in this game, including now the keep front wall and some damage on this bottom keep. They know Cho'Gall was pushing in the top lane, so they are trying to force that Cho'Gall to rotate back down, and they have here. And they're trying to commit to get the keep. Falling Sword on the backside misses from the Chromie time out there. Kerosene, however, and the ETC do fall. And it looks like Cassia will fall shortly after Chromie. And this is a bloodbath. They get the bottom keep, but at what cost here? Everybody but Ghost is down. Almost got you. There are the stunning... Oh, but look out! The Grabo Bomb tossed out by Ghost. Oh, might have pulled him in there almost. Yeah, the level 16 picked up for Gall. The stun orbs can be a little bit rough to deal with. Yeah, Lucio at level 16 up the frequency. So, did not take the percentage health. Rune of Eskia, I think, was what that talent's called. It's been a while since I played a lot of Lucio to know the talents, but definitely helpful for a Cho'Gall, I agree, but the cooldown could be good too. That's more the standard pick for anything that's not a Cho'Gall comp. Meanwhile, Majesty still up top. There's the slide and the mosh, only gonna hit 1. Unstoppable does come out though, but Johanna will still be the one to fall here early in this one. Ton of damage coming out on the Gold Run though. Tries to slide out, but a little bit too late there, as the molten core came, or not molten core, but the the molten shield. Chromie falling, however, 3 for 1 exchange. They lose the Joe, but they're getting so much in return. Odd Thought's gonna fall as well, and it's gonna be just Cassia left to tell the tale. And that one, Molten Block, there we go. I knew it was Molten something. That's gonna be charged, and it looks like the first protector of the game going over to Randy Newman here. So they're able to pick themselves up a big team fight win. Really their first team fight win of the game, well, their second as well. They have definitely scaled and completely changed the game in the last couple of moments here. Level 20 now in for them as well. And they're already pushing in this bottom keep. They're looking to equalize here. That keep that was taken in the bottom earlier. Equalize the catapult pressure. Punisher goes right in onto this keep. Slide on the backside though. They are trying to target Majesty. The infinite gust comes out, but the keep goes down as the protector just continued to pummel. And yeah, there's still a full minute on this thing, guys. They are going to go to core here, try to get some core damage out. This is Cho'Gall coming out of this thing as well, so you don't want to belittle the damage that Cho'Gall can put onto this all by himself, even if they get the protector down. Wait a minute, the shields are gone. 20% left on the core as they break out the protector. And that is going to be it. Game number 1 out of nowhere going over to Randy Newman. GG. Well, that escalated quickly. Yeah, I'll be honest. I thought they were looking to equalize. That was what I called because it looked to me like, oh yeah, they could probably get the keep here. But I'll tell you what, Randy Newman and Nandy Ruman really, they believed. They believed in what they could do there. And they were able to get the siege out there. Big siege damage coming out from Nandy Ruman on that Gaul. Good hero damage as well. It's kind of what you expect from the Gaul player. Put a mage into a safe melee position and he'll get some top-notch damage. But we'll give you guys one quick look at these talents, and then I'm actually going to put us on a little bit of a break here as we set up for game number 2. Not a whole lot of analysis to do there, really. Cosmos Redshift dominated early, and then post-16, Randy Newman did the Cho'Gall thing. So we'll have to see if maybe any second game adjustments, like maybe banning Cho'Gall, might come out here. Either way, we'll see as we go on a quick break. We'll come back with the draft for game number 2. Alrighty, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 going to be on Towers of Doom. Typically, this is the map I like to go to finish a series, which, you know, who knows, if Randy Newman wins, maybe this will be the finish of the series, but typically this is the map I want for game number 3. This is going to be map choice of Randy Newman as Cosmos Redshift, electing for first pick, first ban. Last game focusing on the healers, forcing the side of Randy Newman to go to Lucio, and this time they will continue to do that with the Stukov ban to start things off. The Diva going to be the ban once again for Randy Newman. Last game it was Uther as the second ban for Cosmos Redshift. We'll have to see if they want to repeat that. How about that Lucio high five last game, though? It was a pretty interesting pickup for Randy Newman. How about the Abathur ban, though? Typically, I would describe Cursed Hollow as the, quoty fingers, best map for Abathur, but this is also a pretty good map for him. I like that he can sit in the mid lane, be pretty safe throughout most of the match, because most teams don't focus on the mid lane, and can reach anywhere on the map with his tumors. No, not tumors. You know what I'm talking about. The little bombs he puts out. Meanwhile, May also banned out Chromie, the first pick, once again here for Silver Jackal. Wandy Woman going to take Uther, which was not banned out this time. And Randy Newman going to take out, or going to pick up the Sonya. You know, Hogger picked up for Ghost before it gets banned out in the mid game. And Diablo going to be the pickup here as the main tank for Cosmos Redshift. Diablo, pretty top-notch tank in the meta right now. Got the mid-ban phase here. We'll have to see if maybe a healer chokehold is warranted for Randy Newman, and they will take out the Ana. Don't want to see Silver Jackal receive that nano boost and start getting out the damages. Second ban coming out now for Cosmos Redshift, or third ban rather. Could apply the tank chokehold here, but instead going to take the Zul'jin out once again. I believe that was banned in the last game as well. Pretty interesting ban. You don't see him taking out a whole lot. Makes me think somebody on Randy Newman must play that Zul'jin rather frequently to warrant that ban.
Ready for adventure.
But it's going to be double support here for Randy Newman. Of course, Uther is also a main tank, so that doesn't necessarily make it not a double support comp, but Lily, with her newly reworked talents, been a little bit more prevalent in the meta. We'll have to see long term exactly how much it's going to affect her.
Victory for the Forsaken.
Along with Li Ming, of course, don't want to overlook my favorite hero being picked up as well. So well done by Nandy Ruman. Sylvanas and Deckard going to be the final picks for Cosmos. Sylvanas very good on. Ooh, how about the Lost Vikings? Hold on. TLV for Majesty. Once again, ending the draft with something a little spicy. But Sylvanas pretty good on this map, especially with Merc Queen and the combination of Merc Queen and the Pumpkin Sappers on this map can be pretty strong and tough to deal with if used correctly. Meanwhile, Deckard Cain, of course, very, very good poke healer. He can interrupt the altars pretty efficiently on this map. Also, he can arrive early to these altars and give their team a little bit of stored healing by throwing out some potions early. But either way, let's get into game number 2 and see how these teams can do here on Towers of Doom. Load in here. On the left, we're going to see Randy and Newman. We're going to close this one out in a clean 2-0 domination. Randy Newman going to be on the Sonya. Nandy Ruman going to be on the Li Ming. Randy Newman going to be on the Lily. Wandy Woman going to be on the Uther. And Majesty Newman going to be playing the Olaf, the Balog, and the Eric. All 3 of the Lost Vikings. Meanwhile, for Cosmos Redshift, we're going to have Goldaron playing the Diablo. We're going to have Karuma playing the Sylvanas. Silver Jackal going to be once again on the Chromie. Odd Thought on the Deckard Cain. And up top, we've got Ghost on that... why am I forgetting his name? Can't remember his name. Guys, Hogger. Yikes. I would say it's been a long week, but he's the newest hero, you know? I haven't casted that many Hogger games yet. There he is, though. Ghost gonna get first blood up top onto Balog. It's alright, I'm sure you guys will forgive me. Does that count as first blood when you kill a Viking? I think it probably does. So this is the classic strategy that you see on Towers of Doom. You see the double soak.
You are a raider. Legendary.
Nexus Gaming Series. Thank you very much for the raid, guys. I appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. You've arrived just in time for the beginning of game number 2 here on Towers of Doom. In this epic Division B West matchup, winner tonight will take the number 1 slot in B West. Both of these teams currently tied for number 5 at 5-2. And Randy Newman with a pretty good comeback performance in game number 1. Hello, Murda. Raid, let's go indeed. Meanwhile, Invasion bit of a raid of their own here by Randy Newman on the bot side. Golderon trying to stick on the point, but Wendell will end up going down. Now look out. All three members of Randy Newman just piling in on the point here. Odd Thought in there. Now Silver Jackal going to come in. Ghost rotates down, though. And this is going to be a bloodbath on the point. Resets aren't even going to matter now for Nandy Ruman as there's no more mana. And Ghost ends up the sole member of Cosmos Redshift to stay alive. Nice, that was fun. I agree. Big fight early here. That was the exact opposite of the first game, by the way. I know many of you just came in, but there was one kill right away in the mid in that 5v5 in the first 20 seconds. And then there was not another kill in the game on Volskaya Foundry until the second map objective. The teams were level 10 already. It was crazy. So it looks like they're a little bit more hungry to fight this time around. Got a 4v4 on the bot side. Meanwhile, those three Vikings up top going to try to make Hogger's life a bit hard trying to cap. But look at Golderon getting low. Randy Newman also getting low, though. Gets taken out by the Sylvanas on the top side here. Karuma gets the kill. Meanwhile, Diablo going down on the other side, so this will remain a 3v3. Silver Jackal getting pretty low, however. Oh, look at the big damage onto Randy Newman, though. Ouch! Chromie Blast, Sand Blast, just taking them down here. Back and forth they go. Lily is so low, but it's the Decker K that gets sniped. Back and forth. Now the teleport's coming in. The resets for Nandy Ruman, but again, completely out of mana. It's not going to matter. They get the Sylvanas, and it's a 1-for-4 exchange. 2-for-4? I don't know. I'm losing count. These team fights are lasting so long. But this is going to be cap number 2. And then Majesty almost gets the third cap, but Ghost comes in and takes out Eric, the not quite swift enough. But at the end of the day, that's gonna be the solo single cap here for Cosmos Redshift. And look at the XP advantage, a full level advantage now for the side of Randy Newman. Huge value from that Lost Vikings. The kills don't hurt, though, on the bottom side. Being able to constantly be at a 4v4 down here. Camp going to be taken by Randy Newman. Now down bot, the 4v3 continues. Ruby's on the ground. Ruby's on the ground. Sorry, I'm practicing Decker, and I gotta do that thing. Still nearly that full level lead right now. It's Majesty trying to keep his distance from Hogger up on that top side. Camp going to be started for Cosmos Redshift, and let's see if Randy Newman wants to invade once again. Looks like they're more focusing on the damage on the bot side here. Stun does come down onto Golderon. Gotta be careful. Root on the other side, though, going to kind of stifle that that dive-in potential there. Level 10 now coming in for the side of Randy Newman. Meanwhile, the second altar phase coming out here. There's going to be a solo altar in the mid. Meanwhile, combo comes down, and Randy Newman leaping to the backside here. Multiple ults still available, but no, all of them actually being thrown out. I take it back. That is going to be cups popped. Divine Shield's still available, though, with big poke damage. Is level 10 still not quite here for Cosmos Redshift, as we are going to see Eric starting the cap. Going to be interrupted there by Odd Thought, though, with that cube. Look out, Randy Newman getting low. Has to get the D-Shield. Still no level 10 here for Cosmos Redshift. They're just a sliver away. Can they continue to stall this? They do have the benefit of that ult from the Chromie, but look out, Uther gets comboed, and the big sleep from Odd Thought there. Stay a while, and ouchies! This fight is all over the place. Mind control coming out, though. Gonna pull Randy Newman back just when Randy Newman thought he was out. Gets pulled back in by the mind control, but Nandy Ruman taking that last Q from the Chromie, gonna probably save him there. Eric goes in to interrupt and ends up paying with his life. This will be the second cap of the game. Going to tie us up at 8 to 8 off of each core, 32 apiece now. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, Yoda. It's completely opposite of the last match. It's just constant battling here. Guys, this is not Battlefield of Eternity. This is the Towers of Doom. It's not Tomb of the Spider Queen either, as it turns out. A little bit of a lull in the action now as both teams can stabilize a bit here. Still about a half-level lead, however, for Randy Newman. Oh, stay a while having to be popped down bot. Sylvanas super low here. As the members of Cosmos Redshift going to have to back up a little bit here. A little bit of poke coming out, and look out, the stun, the flip. We will see the cleanse coming out, though, onto Nandy Rumen, and really no damage taken there. Did take that level 1 for the spell shield, so there's a decent amount of self-sustain in that way here on this one. The charge comes in again, route to follow. Does manage to catch Randy Newman, and the mind control comes out as well. Uther's in a little bit of trouble here. Gets stunned from the APOC and gets blown up before D-Shield can even be utilized there. Does give him the ghost healing, keep everybody else up for the moment, but big damage coming out once again from Silver Jackal. Double healer, no tank, Vikings, new meta. Yeah, learn. I mean, you know, last game was Johanna, Cho'Gall, and I don't even remember what else, if I'm being honest. In this moment, it's too much. Double altar spawn here, as looks like Karuma does get the cap on the bot side, so it's going to be 4 shots going over to Cosmos Redshift as they'll take a lead for the moment. Big potions coming out now, though, from Oddbot. Trying to keep Goldenrod alive, but that's too much damage. And just Olaf getting hit by the mind control there. Not quite the value I think Karuma had in mind with that ult. Meanwhile, look out. Ghost has been isolated here. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of combo damage there. Now the resets are in. Silver Jackal trying to use the timeout, but will not be able to get away. It's going to be another kill. A 2-for-0 exchange. Actually, 3-for-0 if you count that Diablo soul reset earlier, which I definitely would. And as much as Cosmos Redshift had been starting to tilt the scales back a little bit in terms of the momentum here, now Randy Newman seesawing it back in their direction as they've gotten a lot of damage on this bottom keep. Sappers are coming in, so unless Cosmos Redshift can really stall these out, now that's going to be the bottom bell tower going down for sure. Stun downs goes down onto Karuma. It's going to be Sylvanas falling. Leaped by Randy Newman. Big damage, but not quite enough to take down Goldenrod once again. Oh, he's going to dive in, trying to zone away that Sapper, and oh boy. Maybe not worth there. Does the Sapper make it through anyway? No, the slowing sand slows it up just enough. So we will stay tied at 28 for the moment. Meanwhile, Majesty going to go ahead and grab the camp on the backside. Ghost up top right now. Going to take the camp up top. Games keep me on my toes. Me too, Yoda. Do you think you're on your toes? Imagine trying to cast the darn thing. Hello. Double altar spawn in the top lane. I believe the next one is going to be the triple. So, we do have camp pushing on the bot side, so this should be 3 points walking through for the side of Randy Newman. Let's see if shift C. There we go. We'll take a look at the big box here. Let's go into true God mode to see all of this. Majesty is capping on the backside, tapped on the other side for the side of Cosmos Redshift. Leap hitting 3 on the backside. Randy Newman does get thrown back though. D-Shield comes out just in time to keep him up. And Randy Newman, it looks like, is going to make it out of here, but they're looking to maybe turn around. Li Ming gets blown up there, though. Silver Jackal able to get the snipe kill. Level 16's in for Randy Newman, but not able to really take an advantage off of that in any significant way. They just trade the altars. 5v5, I think even with the Vikings, still a tough team fight for Randy Newman. They've got to play the macro game here. Boss is taking 4 shots going over. That's going to have us nearly tied up once again. Let's take a look at our stats real quick while we have a quick downtime as these level 16 talents do come in. Invasion coming in, possibly onto their own camp, I should say. Trying to counter-invade it. Combo does come out onto Randy Newman. Rooting come down as well. Unstoppable going to have to be popped to get them out of there. Stay a while, just catching Randy Newman, and he will get sniped by the Chromie. Good follow-up damage there. Odd Thought caps the camp. Meanwhile, Randy Newman taking a lot of damage on the backside. Lily falls. And Ghost a little bit lost in the sauce there, getting caught up in that little crevice. But this is the triple altar squad. And a 1-for-2 exchange in favor of Cosmos Redshift. So a good opportunity for them to try and take this lead back. Does look like most of the focus from Randy Newman is going to be on the top side, however. Rotation is coming in. Eric is spotted. Is going to be taken out early. Hogger capping on the bot side. It doesn't look like they're going to contest here. Odd Thought was thinking about going over to try and interrupt, but Majesty actually not capping on the backside. Balog finally starts the cap, and there is Hogger diving in. Does he get there in time? He does not. Just barely a hair too late. But still, that's 2 kills. Li Ming and Li Ming, Sonya, and 2 of those Vikings go down. So good opportunity for Cosmos Redshift to get the XP gains back here. Charge in from Goldoran. They're going to get this bell tower, no problem.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Ghost even going to try to cap the camp off the backside of this. Multiple members of Randy Newman down here trying to push the bottom bell tower, but they know the rotation's coming in. They're still down Li Ming and Sonya, so they can't afford to be too greedy on this point. Yeah, it looks like they are going to catch the Olaf on the backside of this. Trying to back, that should be an easy kill for them. Odd Thought comes in to cut him off. And Ice Cube going to slow him down and throw out some lesser potions, and Olaf will eventually fall. About a level lead right now for Cosmos Redshift as they get real close to level 20 here. They're going to shut down the bell tower there with the black arrow from Kurama. Stay a while comes down from Odd Thought, but the leap interrupting that, getting 4 on the stun. D-Shield comes out as well, but maybe a little miscommunication there. Randy Newman actually backing up off of that D-Shield. Could have maybe gone in for the pre-20 fight and really engaged there, but now they're not. They're going to miss that opportunity to get that level 20 pre-20 fight. The Storm Talents now come in for the side of Cosmos Redshift. They find Randy Newman on the rotation, but Lily and those fast feet going to be able to get out and get away. However, it looks like this bottom altar should go over to the side of Cosmos Redshift. Really, no members of Randy Newman actually here to contest this at the moment. Just like that, an 8-point lead for the side of Cosmos Redshift as they cap the bottom bell tower. All but one right now, but it looks like we've got a couple of Majesty's Vikings working on this top one. Meanwhile, Invasion down on the bot side. Big damage coming out. Sleep only hitting 1 there from Odd Thought, but Randy Newman does end up getting silenced out of that. Going to be forced to retreat. Level 20, Respect the Elderly coming in handy, but look out, it's Crater Sonya leaping in and I don't know. The three of them are like, wait a minute, you're stuck in here with us. Ghost's going to have to spin his way on out as he's getting low, but it's Uther that falls. Moloch to follow. Big damage coming out onto Nandy Ruman, trying to poke on the way out there, but getting poked in return. There's a lot of rubies in there. Look out, Leaving gets sniped. Silver Jackal asserting their mage dominance here. And this is starting to look more and more like a game 3, ladies and gentlemen. It's starting to look that way. Karama shutting down the bell tower once again in the mid. Cosmos Redshift has a choice now. They can rotate down and look to get 6 shots from this cap, or they could look to maybe 6 cap. They've got the sappers pushing up in the top side, so that's going to deal a decent amount of damage to that bell tower. Odd Thoughts having to deal with Eric. Oh, whiffs on the sleep. But yeah, still Eric gets annihilated down here, just stalling for time really. And that is going to be the game, ladies and gentlemen. 6 points is enough. 6 points go over to the core, and game 2 goes over to Cosmos Redshift here on Towers of Doom, taking us to a game number 3. We knew from the onset that these teams were likely to be pretty well even here tonight. It was gonna be a good matchup. So we're real excited to see it go to a game 3 here, prime time. Maybe a little late for some of the East Coasters, I will admit. Let's go ahead and give Cosmos Redshift their point on the board. We'll take a look at the stats brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. Silver Jackal, 10 kills, 83k damage. Big damage. Good healing as well from Odd Thought in this game. Didn't quite out-heal the double support comp on the other side, but was the top healer of the game. Got plenty of healing, and I'll tell you what, if Decker Kane's healing numbers are like comparable to the other side, then I feel like they've done a pretty good job. In general, it's, in my opinion, or at least in my experience, I'm not a great Deckard. I'm working on him, but my numbers tend to be pretty low, but I get the heals we need most of the time. Low numbers, but precise healing, good clutch heals, those kind of things. So to see Odd Thought putting out big healing numbers is pretty good. Heals better in the late game, of course. Let's take a look at these talents for game number 2. Good value from the Ruby. A big healing from the big potions. The mind control was an interesting pickup. I haven't seen a lot of Sylvanas mind control. I realize it got a buff a while back, so it's been a little bit more common. But it does look like we are ready for game number 3. They've already created the lobby, and so it looks like we are ready to go into that. So how about instead of going to a break, why don't we just head back to the camera scene here? Still joined by my lovely kitty Sarah. Oh, that's not the button I wanted. There it is. Just add a little bit. There we go. So how's everyone doing tonight? It's exciting to get a big raid in here. I appreciate that a lot from the Nexus Gaming Series page. Infernal Shrines is going to be our map number 3. Excited to see. Arby's cheering for the Randys. Why don't we go ahead and do a prediction for this last one, actually. Go ahead and set that up real quick while they are fixing up the... Let's see, who will win Game 3? Randy Newman or Cosmos Redshift. All right, so I will give you guys 5 minutes. And it looks like both of them are saying they're ready. So I think I'm going to go ahead and push the start button now and let you guys get started on the predictions. Give the cat pets. You know, she's a little bit out of reach at the moment. She's sitting at the foot of my chair. She's super comfy. I won't dare interrupt her and her comfort down there. She is napping very, very sweetly. But even when I'm alone and casting, I've still got Ysera casting with me. Never quite alone. So Infernal Shrine is going to be the site for our game number 3. Definitely the most common map in all of NGS. I would say, I've never seen the statistics actually laid out, but if I had to take a guess, I would say that more games have been played on Infernal Shrines than any other map in NGS. I see this map certainly banned the least in most divisions most of the time. Already throwing out a quick 250 doubloons for Cosmos Redshift. Somebody's already putting their doubloons out on the line here. We're going to see the same bans we've seen in the previous 2 games. Stukov for Cosmos Redshift and Diva for Randy Newman. Seeing a little bit of variation in the second bans here. Uther in the first game, and the second game was Abathur, so it's another Abathur ban. This one not as common of an Abathur map, but there's nothing wrong with picking Abathur here. I just feel like it's not as common.
Legendary.
Another raid coming in from my good friend and our tank and my teammate on Regen Divine, Ban Kai. Thank you very much, man. Let's do a couple of shout-outs, actually. Shout out the Nexus Gaming Series, and we'll also shout out my good buddy, Ban Kai. Please do go give those some follows as well. Definitely a couple of channels that if you like Heroes of the Storm, you should be following those channels. It's like, follow here too, of course. Obviously, follow me, because I love Heroes of the Storm. But, I mean, it's even in my name. Wants in, says Mongoose. Casting. Game 3, though, maybe after. It's my good buddy Mongoose, of course. I think most people in NGS know Mongoose. I haven't gotten to play with him as much lately, so that would be fun. For the record, I will be streaming some Storm League matches after we finish with this Game 3, so stick around if you want to see some more Heroes of the Storm. You guys can watch me work on some healers. So let's get back into the draft. Silver Jackal for a 3rd straight game will play the Chromie. Majesty moving over to the Sonya, and Randy Newman to the Falstad. Interesting swaps. Meanwhile, Ghost back on the Hogger. Oddthought going to steal away the Uther. It was a pickup that was prioritized by Randy Newman in game number 2. And first banned by Cosmos Redshift. So a little surprised not to see Randy Newman pick it up early. And interesting to see them steal it away. Diablo going to be banned out here by Randy Newman. They don't want a repeat of that from Golden Run from the last game. Hey Fujin, how's it going? Actually, you know what? In spirit of celebrating these 2 awesome raids, I'm going to gift out a few subs to the channel here real quick. Just to say thank you. Not only for everybody for sticking around and watching, but thank you for the follow, Joey Wood. I appreciate it. Let me just gift out a few subs here. Meanwhile, we are going to see Lucio
Hey,
and
it's you.
Gul'dan.
I'm getting stir crazy here. Please tell me we're going in. Hey, it's
So
you.
we see the Lucio
I'm getting
once
stir crazy
again.
here. Please tell me we're going in.
Oh, is that going to go off 5 times since I gifted 5 subs? Yikes.
Hey, it's you. I'm getting stir crazy here. Please tell me we're going in.
2 more.
Hey, it's you. I'm getting stir crazy here. Please tell me we're going
So
in.
congrats to everyone for their gifted subs. Lunara and Johanna
Hey,
going to be
it's
pickups
you.
here for
I'm getting
Cosmos
stir crazy
Redshift
here.
to
Please tell me
complete
we're
their
going
comp.
in.
We saw the Lucio in game number 1 with that high 5 trying to help out the Cho'Gall. But Gul'dan, a new pickup here. We haven't seen them yet. PJ Red, Kalada out. Thank you very much for the follow. And Nubarak going to be the final pick here. A tank that you don't see quite as often in this meta, but really hard auto attack damage like a Raynor or a Greymane are the biggest counters to a Nubarak. So being able to dive on the Lunara and the Chromie, a pretty good pick here. I think this is a good dive comp. Gul'dan, not the best diver, but Falstad can follow in pretty heavily with that. And Lucio can help the Gul'dan be a little bit mobile. But really, I feel like this is a lot similar for Cosmos Redshift in terms of the strategies they've been doing. So it should be an interesting match. I think you guys are running out of time on those predictions if you haven't done it already. So don't forget to get those predictions in if you haven't already, and we still might have a minute or two. But yeah, Ewok, Moist Weenus, Fujin, Lazy Hydra, and Slick Rub, congrats on your Tier 1 subs.
Prepare yourselves for battle.
Enjoy the emote, which I think is the Jason Carbot emote this month. Might be the Ysera emote, I can't remember. Either way, let's get on in for game number 3 here. On the left, Randy Newman. We've got Majesty Newman on the Sonya. Nandy Ruman going to be on the Falstad. We've got Wandy Wooman on the Nubarak. We've got Randy Newman on the Gul'dan. And we've got, who did I miss? Randy Newman on the Lucio. How could I forget the main guy? Cosmos Redshift on the right, looking to make the reverse sweep. Final here, Goldoran going to be on the Johanna. We've got Ghost once again on the Hogger. Karuma on the Lunara, Silver Jackal on the Chromie, and Odd Thought on the Uther. Big damage comes out onto Nandy Ruman. Has to back up for the moment. Majesty also taking a fair amount of damage there. But it's more the slow poison damage, so it's like right now Cosmos Redshift more interested in winning the sustained game. Between the Chromie poke and the Lunara slow ticking poison damage, they'll win the long fights. They can get through that Lucio healing, but the Falstad goes down, and first blood goes over to Cosmos Redshift. Once again, getting first blood in the first minute of the game. It's 3 games in a row that has happened. If you count the Baylog kill, I don't know. Still a question that's up for debate. Yeah, Yoda, I agree. Should be a good fight. Both teams prioritizing the camps early. I like the call for Cosmos Redshift, though. They go to the neutral camp initially, which allows them a bit of a safer play once both teams have gotten a camp out to go back to their own. Nandy Ruman soaking in the mid passively here. Ghost going to come up, maybe look to actively clear this a little bit quicker as they're on the double soak. Look out the invasion, though. Majesty going in on the enemy's bruiser camp here. So it's going to be scouted out. Ghost is rotating to the top lane. They've got to notice that Sonya's been missing for a while. Oh, they're going to find out. Oh, Majesty, look out! Too low! and a little too slow on the camp. Cosmos Redshift gets the pick. Technically, it was the Shaman camp that got the kill, but who's keeping score there, really? Big damage on the Nandy Newman. Oof, so much damage. That Lunara poison. I have to go back and tap. Even then, actually, I don't know if they tapped. Suppose we could check. Yeah, tap is still up. So here, we'll see the flight. Cool. All right, so immediately we do see the. Yeah. Yeah, lead. That was tough to watch there. Unfortunate moment. But either way, that's they're back in it here. A little bit of mistiming there by Silver Jackal. Almost got the big damage combo onto Nandy Newman there, but just barely, just a bit outside on that combo. But look at the damage coming out here from Randy Newman. Uther going to be the first to fall here. Still pretty healthy over on the side of Randy Newman overall. I'm going to try to re-engage here. They only need the 2 more, and they will finish off to get this Frozen Punisher. Up top, Camp getting a decent amount of value, but Ghost is going to get in there and clean that up. Level 7's now in for Cosmos Redshift, but not too far off here for Randy Newman. They're going to look to siege the front wall here. Should be able to get the front wall down for Randy Newman. They're able to bait that back into a place where they can safely clear it here. Ghost looking on the flank, maybe looking to make some kind of play. For now, it looks like we're going to see the 4-man rotation to the bot side. Big damage coming out, though. Gul'dan getting super low. He's trying to life drain to stay up, and he does. Gets just enough out of that life drain. This is full life drain build, by the way, for Randy Newman. He's got the slow, he's got the extra range. He's got 9 stacks so far. Oh, big 4-man condemn, but you know, not turn out as well as they'd like, as they are getting the damage out. Odd Thought getting low. Can they finish him off? They will indeed. Uther Ghost Heal is going to be a little bit too late to help them with that team fight. As once again, Randy Newman able to invade camp and get good value. Yeah, I mean, I think if they had gotten the pick onto the Gul'dan, I think that's a good play. But after you fail to get the pick, you give the opportunity for them to tap and come back and fight you on that point. And with the healing they have from the well, you actually might have the advantage there on an invasion. But Ghost comes down. This time they find the kill onto the Gul'dan. A Nubarak as well. They're going to get the camp. So yeah, they successfully defend the camp and get a 2 for nothing. Cosmos Redshift shifting things back in their favor a little bit to the red side. Sorry, had to make that pun. Level 10's now in for both squads. We already saw the Slowing Sands come out. So we'll see them slowly picking these in. It's going to be Hortapult coming in, along with the Leaping Strike, Blessed Shield, and Uther still holding. We'll see what happens there. There's going to be Leap, along with the Cocoon, Horrify, the Hinterland's Blast, and Lucio still holding. It was the D-Shield over on the side of Cosmos Redshift. And it is going to be the high 5 once again here for Randy Newman. So 2 different Lucio players that are both high-fiving. Nice. Ghost's going to grab the camp up top and destroy that pretty quick. Not too much trouble. Camp spawning in that top lane. Oh, but look out! They get collapsed on here. Hinterlands comes in and gets good value. Big damage coming out. Odd Thought is in all kinds of trouble. Throws out the stun, trying to run away here. Multiple members low on both sides. Silver Jackal trying to find a snipe. Has to go back and tap. Odd Thought getting life trained. And Randy Newman getting the kill there. Now they're fully stacked there on that level 1. That's all of the heroics down. Nearly for both sides. Leaping Strike's still available. I-5, of course. Kind of always available to a certain extent, for the most part. I like this call, though. Cosmos, I like the call from both sides. Cosmos Redshift realizing there's no way they can win. They're going to go get value on the bot side, but then an equally good call by Randy Newman to go ahead and take the top 4 siege in front of where this Punisher is going to be. And this is going to be a Mortar Punisher, which gives more of the siege damage value, especially if it's uncontested. So Cosmos Redshift is going to get the camp down here, but they're not going to be able to leave too many resources down here. And yeah, all 5 are going to hit the B button and come on back to defend this top keep. Majesty going in early, getting a little bit of damage on this front wall. Still a full Mortar Punisher as it jumps over the bottom keep front wall. But the wall is down, so they know they can move forward with it. Level 13 is now in for Randy Newman, so they've got a little bit of a talent window here, so they can try and take advantage. But they're actually not going to go in on it. They know that Cosmos Redshift has pretty good counter siege and pretty good CC ability as well, so they don't want to overstay their welcome. They know they've got the advantage on the map right now, and so they didn't want to risk that. I like that call. Pretty conservative, but still, you know. Oh, Blessed Shield coming out. Hortipult as well to jump onto the backside. Not a whole lot of follow-up available. Web Wrap goes down. And in that choke, Hinterland's hitting a couple of members there. Oh, but look at the leap onto the backside. Hello. That's going to be big damage coming down. 2 members, 3 members thrown down. And Randy Newman getting the fights. Getting the team fight wins. And look at the aggressive rotation onto the bottom fort. They don't even mind. They know they've got beetles. They can soak this a bit. They're going to be able to freeze the wave back here as well. And they're actually just going to exit bottom, exit side bot here. I love it. Meanwhile, we will see Ghost stealing the camp up top. I like that call as well. Lucio never getting the 4 talents stacked. So sad. Yeah, Levidium, there's a reason I never take that talent as Lucio. Especially when a team's got a CC-heavy comp like, you know, Johanna and Uther. I don't expect as Lucio to be able to get close enough to get that subwoofer done. So I usually will take something else at level 4. Personally, I like the wall ride talent, but that's just me. Majesty. I'm gonna rotate carefully around. There's multiple members missing off the map. It's Cosmos Redshift looking for a pre-16 fight. They're gonna find the time stop. Unfortunately, the Horrify not really finding the mark there. Trying to make a little bit of room, but Chromie actually gets stuck in the cocoon. Silver Jackal gonna have to get some help there to get out of that. And they're not able to force enough to get that 16 fight. Now 16s are in for Randy Newman. Still over a level for Cosmos Redshift to have to farm here. Not sure they can get that farmed out by the time this shrine is over. So the question for them in the macro sense now is, do they take that fight on the point before 16? Do they risk trying to soak it and seeing if they can get it before Randy Newman's gotten too far ahead on the shrine? Or do they just give it up completely and try to get value elsewhere on the map? You're going to actually get a decent lead to start here. And the more of these minions that they can kill and snipe from Silver Jackal, the closer they can get to that level 16 before too many of those Shrine Monkeys are picked up. But yeah, they're clearing it real fast here. Sonya, Falstad, Gul'dan, all amazing Shrine clearers. And yeah, it does look like they're going to go ahead and let them have it and just kind of take this on the chin. They'll have level 16 for the defense, and they do have both the fort, nearly a completely healthy fort. Front walls and everything here in the mid. So they can afford to give up a little bit here in the mid and definitely not risk losing the game here. They're going to bait it over the wall. Did you have fun saying Randy Newman's name? Yes, I do. I actually kind of enjoy it. Randy Newman does come in with the leap. Oh, no, that's Majesty. Never mind. Randy Newman was on Sonya the last game. But meanwhile, Majesty does take a ton of damage there. The leaping strikes and Horrify comes out to try to zone, but it's not going to be enough. The stuns come out as well. Oh, the Hinterlands finds two. Meanwhile, the D-Shield going to have to come out to get Ghost out of there. Odd Thought, though, is in a lot of trouble. There's the double stun from Wandy Woman. Uther falls. That's going to be a 3-for-1 exchange. They do clean up the Punisher, though. Randy Newman getting a little bit aggressive there, I think. They get the kills, but they didn't get quite as much siege. Especially for the heavy siege comp they had. I would have thought if they had been a little bit more patient, focused less on the team fighting, maybe they could have gotten the keep front wall, maybe a little bit of keep damage. Oh, but the flyover is coming in, and Ghost is in a bit of trouble here. No Gust to zone him, but did have Hortipope available, but not able to get out of that one. Yeah, the fight did look good for Cosmos. They turned it around, though. Bankai wants me to do the evil laugh. Okay. I'll find a place to do that by the end of this one. Level 20's coming in hot for Randy Newman very soon here. Should have them in plenty of time for the next objective in the top lane. Not quite as sure that Cosmos Redshift will have time to do that. I will do the laugh, but it's got to be at the right time, Kai. You got to be patient. These things don't happen out of nowhere. Like if we were on Towers of Doom, that would be easy. Just anytime the boss spawned, that would be the time to do it. But here, it's a little more complex. Half a level for Randy Newman has the 20s. So good opportunity for Cosmos Redshift to force here. We're going to get the neutral camp. Get a little bit of an advantage off of Randy Newman not wanting to team fight before 20. And they should try to force a fight if they can. Sieging into bot would be a way to do it, but at this point, Randy Newman's so close to 20. It's risky even being in this bot lane. Ghost is going to go ahead and back, clean up. This top lane is looking a bit rough. Well is going to fall. A little bit of damage on this keep as well. Meanwhile, camp invasion, an easy take here for Randy Newman with level 20. Now it looks like they're going to try to invade up top. Can they get here in time, though? The time trap comes out, but they do make it in time. Hinterlands, oh, a little bit of counter synergy as the cocoon goes down. Lucio actually falling first, so somehow, even with level 20, Cosmos Redshift finds themselves a pick here. That's going to get them that much closer to 20 as the Shrine activates. Now Randy Newman splitting out, trying to push as many lanes as possible right now. This one is going to be the Mortar Punisher, so once again, a little bit of extra siege damage included in this one. Long, long way to go, though, as again, fairly untouched is that top lane fort. Meanwhile, Cosmos Redshift gonna focus on the bottom keep here. They've got good siege potential. They've got the extra beetles to come out to tank this. And yeah, I think the members, well, actually 3 members are gonna back here. They're gonna leave just Lunara to finish this up here. As yeah, Randy Newman going core here. Oh, but look out, Majesty just gets exploded on the keep. Out comes the Punisher. We'll see Randy Newman baiting it over. Dangerous work for a Lucio, but no follow-up available there. Meanwhile, look out on the flank. Nandy Ruman in all kinds of trouble here. Oh, there's your unstoppable. It's plinking around, but Ghost actually ends up in a bit of a rough spot here. Hogger will fall. Cocoon comes out and they bait it down there. Athot is able to get busted out of that fairly quickly though. Randy Woman super low. Gonna have to back up here. Randy Newman once again able to bait that Punisher down a bit. Punisher will fall, and Cosmos Redshift maybe overstaying a little bit trying to get this keep. They do not get the keep down though. And now Oddthought is in all kinds of trouble. Indestructible gonna end up getting popped here for Goldrin. D-Shield as well as Nandy Ruman is able to barrel roll, get that extra speed, and Uther will fall. Meanwhile, look out, Winion's on the bot side. 3 catapults are shooting this thing. Shielding is falling. We will be able to clean it up. Just 11 damage out onto the core. Camp invasion is made. Man, look at that. Keep is so low. 21k. So close. Now is the time for Randy Newman to paint the map blue. A bit of a lull in the action here. Both squads just kind of stabilize, grab their camps. Take time to get Uther back onto the field. It's definitely the longest game so far in the series. Both games have been a bit back and forth, but this one, I genuinely at this point am not sure who's going to win this game. A little bit of a favor here, of course, to Randy Newman in the RNG, because the next shrine is going to spawn on the bot side, where Randy Newman has their fort, their keep, and their wells still, where Cosmos Redshift does not have any of those things. So, pretty much if Randy Newman wins this next objective, they're going to core, good chance they can win the game. However, if Cosmos Redshift wins the next objective, nothing's guaranteed. Like, they're going to have to work their way through a lot of structures, and they're just not guaranteed to win the game. So, Cosmos is going to have to win a couple of times here, I think. Either get a big team fight win and rush through top, or they're going to have to win an objective or 2 still to take this one. Now, honestly, I'll be surprised if we see another shrine after this one. Like, either Randy Newman will win the game here with this objective, or we'll see a team fight win one way or the other before then, and that team will take it through the damaged lane. We have quite a wave up here in the top side with the Shaman camp. That will definitely take out the top keep if unanswered, too. While the trap has been set, Randy Newman on this backside, looking to maybe rotate in between the waves here. They show on that bottom wave, so they see them coming. Web wrap onto the Chromie. They're trying to focus on the backside, but Nandy Ruman just totally isolated back there. Nubarak falling on the backside as well. Ghost very, very low, but Cosmos Redshift takes the early 2 for 1. D-Shield comes out, and now Majesty's in all kinds of trouble, so that's going to be the 3 for nothing. The top 4 does fall, but look out, the Winions. The Winions are trying to be the spoilers here. Hogger does go back, though, and we'll be able to clean this up before the shields go down. I'll tell you what, I found your moment, Kai. Hogger's got a pretty good evil laugh. I can't quite do his evil laugh, but I'll do one in his place. There you go. His is more nasal, more Noli, but, you know. Able to defend, and now push down the bot side here is Cosmos Redshift. They've got pretty good siege between the Lunara and the Chromie. Especially with that level 20 talent with the extra damage off the triple toxin. Big Condemn coming down, the stun to follow, leaping strikes, and the Nubarak gets completely blown up there. That's Cosmos Redshift looking to take down the keep. Majesty trying to flank on the backside. Does get the tap, but the Punisher dives on the backside, and Ghost Hortipult's in as well. Keep falls, but only 25% left on this frozen Punisher. Can they finish this off here? Hinterland's Blast not quite finding the mark. The core is falling. Shields down, 50% down. D-Shield comes out as well. And that is going to be it. They are able to finish it off with just a few members remaining. And Cosmos Redshift takes number 3 and takes the series here on Infernal Shrines. You're welcome, Kai. Anytime, my friend. All right, so let's look at our last match summary, and let's reach out to the captain for Cosmos Redshift here. See if we can't get ourselves a quick interview. Oh, I've got all zeros. Bummer. Well, that's okay. You guys didn't need to know the stats, right? Squiggly Snugs, thank you very much for the follow. And as I try to set up the... as I try and set up the interview here. Anyone else who is interested in more Heroes of the Storm action, please follow me here. I've actually been trying to stream a lot more lately as well. So I do a little bit of HOTS, a little bit of Stardew Valley. Lately I've been doing a Kingdom Come Deliverance playthrough. Maybe occasionally play Pokemon TCGO. So for any and all that, please do hit the follow button, come back and watch some more. I've also got a Discord that I recently created that anyone is more than welcome to join if they would like. Free and open to everyone, where I post a lot of my content there.
Wow.
And it looks like I am joined by Silver Jackal, and is it Kurama? Kurama?
Yeah, Kurama.
I got it right a couple of times during the cast, so let me apologize in advance for not being super consistent on that. But congratulations, guys. First of all, a super crazy back and forth series, but I don't know how much you guys were looking at the actual cast itself, but at one point we got rated by NGS, so a lot of people saw the end of that series.
Awesome.
Yeah. How are you guys feeling after that?
Good. Holy cow. Racing. My heart is beating out of my chest.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see a lot of really back and forth series like that. That's definitely a special game and a special win for you guys here, I imagine.
Yes, we've had a bit of roster movements. Last week I was tanking, and we had a sub in, and now we have Galderon on tank, and I'm back on DPS. It's been it's been a ride the past few weeks for sure, trying to figure out where we want to put everybody. And then I had a string of bad luck today. Cats destroyed my mouse.
Oof.
So I had to go out and buy a new mouse and then get used to a whole new mouse that felt weird and stuff before the match. But luckily I had enough time to get acquainted with it, so that was good. But just kind of one of those last minutes, like, oh no, hopefully I can get a fix for this in time.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm familiar with that one. 2 cats, and they like to destroy things, and in the worst possible times. All right, so let's go over the series from start to finish. First of all, game number 1, Randy Newman pulling out a little bit of something different against you guys. They last pick the Cho'Gall, giving you guys only 1 opportunity to counter it. You guys go into the Karazim. Did you guys like that pick initially, or afterwards? Do you maybe feel like it was maybe an over-adjustment? How do you guys feel like you responded to that?
I feel like the Karazim was fine. That was my call to go into that. I was thinking that, or potentially the Ana for some percent damage. We had pretty good sustain on our team. I was on Cassia, so I have 30 armor and self-heal. So I thought like Karazim's enough for what we have. Like Chromie's really the only one who's going to be in a super threat, right? And Chromie's usually pretty far back, so I figured the Karazim was a fine adjustment there.
Well, yeah, we saw you guys do really well in the early game. It just seemed like they outscaled you, which is kind of what Cho'Gall does. Is there anything you guys feel like you could have done differently that might have changed the outcome of game number 1?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Silver could probably address this too, but there was a fight in bot lane where we just, I think we focused onto the Cho'Gall too hard. We had gotten like 2 kills past him, and then it was like Cho'Gall was the easiest target to hit, and there was a Lucio right there as well. And I think we just kind of got stuck focusing at Cho'Gall, whereas if we had just, gotten onto the Lucio, we win that fight. And I think that's kind of the point of the game where the momentum just totally turned into their favor. Because I felt like we were playing from a lead up until that point, and then that kind of was a turning point.
So then they come out in game 2, another kind of weird, I wouldn't say kind of weird, TLV, double support. How were you guys feeling going into that kind of strange team comp in game number 2?
I won't say we were worried. We're pretty much we had a game plan and we stuck to it. We knew, just keep soak up with the Vikings, and they don't really get as much value as they would normally get.
Yeah, we also knew that once you get to late game against Vikings, they tend to drop off because their whole idea is to get that experience advantage, and once you're both 20, that doesn't have as much impact anymore.
Yeah, it was kind of the tale of 2 games, where one team had the scaling comp in game 1 and went 1 with it. The other team, trying to win early in game 2, couldn't get that done early enough, so you guys came back. The game 3 was more of the standard, back and forth, seesawing back and forth, went to the late game. A pretty incredible series overall. Do you guys have any more thoughts about it that you want to share?
I'm surprised Majesty didn't ban my Lunara after he saw I wasn't tanking. Back in Season 8, thanks to his team, Lunara was banned against me like times. So I'm fortunate he left it up for Game 3.
Yeah, one of the things I did notice looking at the match summary page is that there was one match between your teams before, and Randy Newman had won the last one. So how does it feel to kind of even the odds at 1-1 now?
I don't know. I wasn't part of Cosmos back in that time, so that'd be a question for Silver, I think.
Yeah, that was back in the day. That's a different team, so it feels like it was still fresh, and we're 1-0. Let's just say that.
Well, there you go. Certainly on the season, and with this, I believe you guys take first place, a tie for first place in Division B West. How do you guys feel like you're doing in the division, and are there any teams in particular in B West that you're looking forward to facing?
I would say that we're right where I'm kind of expecting us to be right now, come near the end of the season. I think that Randy Newman is inside the top 4 in our division. I think that Cat Daddies is also looking pretty strong right now, and then Soak Every Lane and Arrogant Nephilim are also up there. So we got Soak Every Lane and Cat Daddies coming up real soon on our schedule. So another 2 teams that are going to be big tests for us coming up real quick. So looking forward to those.
And hopefully no more roster juggling around.
That's always tough, especially mid-season, but you guys seem to be handling it pretty well so far. In a big match tonight, you come out on top 2-1, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all the questions I had for you. So if you guys would like to do any shout-outs, now is the time.
All right, I'll start the shout-outs. Shout out to you, Jason, for casting. We always appreciate it.
Thank you.
Shout out to NGS for this whole league. It's been a lot of fun. Shout out to Randy Newman. Those very intense matches, a lot of fun. Shout out my teammates for, keeping it together and throwing out the win. And shout out to all the watchers. We appreciate, all the added pressure.
And just to caveat that, shout out to my team, shout out to you for casting, really appreciate it, anybody viewing. Shout out to Majesty on the other team. Gosh, he lived on Falstad in game 1 with like 1 HP, that was so close. Always a pleasure playing against Majesty. Former between me and him, Yana, Phoenix Rising Onyx rivalry stuff going on, so a lot of fun there. And shout out to Odd Thought, team captain. He really kind of kicked us into gear in game 2. He was getting pissed, and he let us know it. And he was like, "You need to stop playing bad." He didn't use those words. It was much more inappropriate, probably for your stream.
Oh, okay. Less diplomatic. Gotcha.
But kind of got us to kick ourselves into gear and start pressing our advantage a little bit harder. And I think it was the right move, and we were able to come back in game 2 and then come out and do well in game 3 as well.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me, and congrats on the win. I'll look forward to seeing if we can't pick you guys up again sometime later in the season.
Sounds good. Thanks again for casting. Have a good night.
Absolutely.
Have a good one.
Alrighty, well that is going to do it for this cast. Ladies and gentlemen, congrats once again to Cosmos Redshift for the win. Thanks to Randy Newman as well, putting on a great show tonight. What an epic matchup that was. These 2 teams very evenly matched. And we do one last big shout out for NGS and the Patreon. So if you guys can, please do sign up for the Patreon. They've got a lot of really cool rewards that they do over there. You can check that out on the NGS Patreon site. Support this awesome league that helps us play the game we love so well. They do such a great job over there. The admin really are amazing here in this league, and the casting has always been good. I'm really proud of what the casters have been doing this season. So big shout out to the whole casting crew. I've been doing what I can. I look forward to casting a little bit more later in the season as things open up for me a bit. But so if you do want to continue watching more NGS action, follow here, and I'll pick up what I can. In the meantime, we're actually going to move on to a little bit of Storm League. So I am actually going to shut down the stream so that I can get rid of the 30-second delay. But I'll be starting it right back up with a little countdown while I set up, hopefully, a few people to join me for some Storm League. So feel free to stick around. And until next time, for NGS, I am Jason, and we'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Thanks for watching.